Formerly Dr. Stonk, been away at college. Please quickly summarize Next Bridge and the chill. Well, this trade again was issued MMTLPWB. Is that fake? Um. Okay. Quick summary. FINRA looked at the books the night of December 8th. So there's 2 days left, and they went, oh shit. This is going to bankrupt the entire economy. We have to turn off trading. So they went, boop, halt. Until this stock goes private, no trading will happen. Whew. All right, bunch of idiots. They'll never think twice about that. And then we freaked the fuck out because we all had limit orders for the thousands of dollars. We're expecting to retire and thinking they got to close the sucker. The law says they got to close. The corporate action said they had to close. The broker said they had to close. And then no one's closing. Problem number 2 was all of the international brokers, the ones outside of North America, could not sell their stock at all. So they were hold positions. If you had bought Torch and it converted to the MMAT1 and that converted to MMTLP, it doesn't matter. You're stuck with your position. And so those brokers are like, you know what? If you're stuck with them, we'll just register everyone's shares, be done with it, and it'll be out of our hands. And when it came time for the halt to happen, U3 halt, all the brokers couldn't register their shares with AST because it was full, which means pretty much everyone in the brokerages probably has synthetic shares at this point, and the likelihood of you getting an NextBridge share, poquito, very small. And they got until Tuesday next week, right? 28th, 29th to do it. Their 2 weeks will be up. And there's a good chance you guys will still have some weird MMTLBB, MMZZZ, whatever. And you won't have any actual legit shares in your account. So if you got a CUSIP number in your account, you probably have a fake share. Big old counterfeits in there. The chill order likely has come from the DTC because you can't register them. So they're like, chill, baby. And it's not quite a freeze and that nothing can happen with them. It's just saying like, hey, there's something squirrely going on and you're not going to be able to transfer these out of these accounts to register. And then where everyone's getting the runaround. So you call your broker, they tell you to call AST. Call AST, they tell you to call the DTC. Call DTC, they tell you to call your broker. And everyone's just giving each other the runaround because they know that there's going to be tens of thousands of us representing millions upon millions upon millions of shares, and none of us are going to get our one-to-one transfer as required by law because FINRA didn't let them close positions. So we're stuck in a weird limbo because it's against the law to have short positions on a private company. At the same time, they can't afford to close those positions, so what do? They pussyfoot around and hope that we forget about it and that we don't keep whining and bitching. But here's the problem is that we're a bunch of nerds and we got nothing better to do. So we whine and bitch and call elected officials and make tips to the FBI and file complaints with the SEC and back lawsuits and do all sorts of squirrely stuff that there's going to be a thorn in their side. And they're going to wish that they had just let us close. Because if they let us close, it would have been, $1,000 a share, cost them a couple $100 billion. But now it's going to be like tens of thousands of dollars a share. It's going to cost them friggin' trillions. And every single time they screw us with something like this, we make sure it costs them even more than it would have before. If they had just let GameStop squeeze, and it might have gone to like $1,000 a share, that would have been it. But now everybody who has GameStop is like, I'm out for blood. Because they've discovered all the other illegal things they've been doing and getting away with all these years. So, will it trade again? That's what we're hoping to find out from the federal court in Florida. Rosa's got the best shot. Allen's tried the state court here in Washington, was rejected. I haven't got an update from him. But he may have to go to the federal court. That's probably why it was rejected, is that he's going to have to go to the federal court. You can file in the county where the company's based, I guess, where FINRA's based. But I don't think you can file in a state court outside based on the jurisdiction. So he may have to go to a federal court to get that done. But if it does trade again, we're golden, baby. We are golden. I've noticed an uptick in Kerrisdale sock puppet accounts tweeting at me or getting involved in threads. When those pop up, I'll show them to you guys so you guys know who to block. There was a guy in one of the threads that was like making all the Kerrisdale arguments about, no, it's worth crap, shitty companies, blah, blah. And the dude was a 10-year-old account, but the guy had tweeted 5 times in the last year, and each time it was against a company that Kerrisdale had shorted. So like 5 full tweets in a year and a half, and all 5 of them was like CEI, Acme Parent Company, MMTLP, okay, the other 2, and it's like, buddy, we know it's a sock puppet account. You only open that thing up when you're trying to like argue for Kerrisdale. So, yeah, get out of here.